Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Alumni Spotlight. Today, we are joined by Women's Basketball Hall of Famer. We have Bridget Turner with us. Bridget, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yes, we are excited. Before we begin, I want everyone who's joining us to really, truly understand what a legend we have in our midst today. So Bridget, when she was a freshman in the conference, she was Rookie of the Year. When she was a senior in the conference, she was Player of the Year. Led us to our first two NCAA tournaments. And Bridget, I couldn't believe this, had a stint with the Harlem Globetrotters. And then the coolest stat of all, I think, was your senior year where you led the team in scoring, rebounding, and assists. I mean, those are like LeBron James stats.
I'll take it.
That's right. Now, Bridget, remind me, how tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Okay, 5'9". So think about that, leading the team in rebounding. You know, as a 5'9" man, you must have been pretty darn tough to do that.
You know what? Just growing up, my dad kind of told me to be an all-around player. So, you know, I enjoy rebounding the most, assists, playing defense, whatever it took to win, and I enjoy doing it.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for joining us. We're excited you're here. We're excited to hear, you know, what you're doing now and just sort of go through memory lane a little bit. So, Bridget, share with us, what is your favorite moment during your time at Colorado?
Well, it definitely has to be the 1989 season when we swept the Big Eight and finally we got into the NCAA tournament against UNLV, and we played in front of a sellout crowd at the Coors Event Center. That was enormous for women's basketball in Colorado, in my opinion.
Oh my goodness, incredible. You know, we tell people that the first sellout in the Coors Event Center, which is now named the CU Event Center, the first sellout was a women's basketball game. And I don't think there's too many programs in the country that can say that. It had to have been an incredible feeling and season.
Oh, it was amazing. I think we were all kind of just amazed. I think we all walked out, didn't expect a sellout crowd. But that is a memory that I would cherish.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Being from Colorado, what did it mean to play for your home state, for the flagship institution in your state? How was that special to you?
Well, first, it's a sense of pride being in Colorado. I felt that one of my goals and admiration was to go to the University of Colorado and kind of put CU women's basketball on the map. You know, because when I was growing up, it was the Louisiana Techs, the USC, and of course, Tennessee. And, you know, my goal was to have young women to come to Colorado to play and, you know, put them just up there with the other powerhouses.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that that's an incredible thing that you did. You know, like you said, it was the La Techs and the Tennessee. So for you to say, I'm going to put this state on my back, you know, and create that type of special, incredible atmosphere here in Colorado is awesome. We're hoping to continue to get some great Coloradoans, you know, to come sell out the arena like you did.
I hope so.
That's right. That's right. Hey, tell us what, as a student athlete, there's so much work that goes into that, being successful in the classroom, on the court, in the community. There's so many things. How did being a student athlete prepare you for success after college?
Well, you know, playing a collegiate sport, in my mind, it's a full-time job in itself. It requires hard work, dedication, and commitment. Being a student athlete, you know, that helps you to learn to manage your time effectively. It helps you to work with others. It helps you to learn to perform under pressure, you know, and I can believe a lot of student athlete kind of has that mentality to never give up. And I think that those are beneficial qualities when you get into the workplace.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, there's so many different things that, you know, that you're sort of faced with as a student athlete that you have to persevere and get through. I heard some of Coach Barry's defensive practices were some of those very things.
She was very tough. I know when I went up to CU, I love defense, but she just took it to a whole different level, which I really enjoyed because I really love playing defense. So yeah, she took it to a whole different level. It was intense.
I love it. We might need you and Coach Barry to come back and run some defensive practices for us this upcoming season. What do you think?
Hey, I will love it.
I love it. Bridget, share with us what you're doing now. I've read a little bit about it, and it just seems like incredibly important work, and I would love for our fans to know what it is that you're doing.
Thanks. I work at the University of Colorado Hospital here in Aurora, and my title is a behavioral health specialist. So I deal with a lot of patients that come into the hospital that might be dealing with dementia, Alzheimer's, mental illness. Just recently, I was dealing with a patient who was in a car accident who experienced a traumatic brain injury. So I deal with a lot of patients that are disoriented, confused. So one of my specialties, I have to be able to de-escalate the behavior, which I like in the hospital because my position, the nurses and the doctors, we all work together, because if I can't de-escalate this patient, the nurses are not able to do their job. The doctors are not able to do their job. So we do work as a team, in sports, teamwork, and being a team I love to death. So I really enjoy what I'm doing. At times it can be a challenge, but the key is really just escalating the behavior that arises.
Sure. That's incredible. And I'm sure the last several months have been even more interesting, just with COVID and things just sort of functioning differently. Yeah.
It's been, okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so when you talk about de-escalating a patient and kind of bringing them down, every team has a player or two who needs to be de-escalated, in the heat of the moment. Who would have been some of your teammates that you would have had to help sort of calm down in the heat of the moment?
Well, Sil definitely had to calm me down. I was one that was, especially during and after practice, she had to calm me down. I would have to say, we really, to de-escalate, I would have to think, we all, I really don't know. They all had their own way of playing, and I can't really say there was one that we really had to de-escalate. If I have to say de-escalate, I would have to say me. Seal had to de-escalate me because I was such a passionate player.
I love it.
So I love it. She had to de-escalate.
That's fantastic. Well, I know you had some wonderful teams and so much success, and we're just very proud of all that you've accomplished. Will you share with us one last thing? Something real big happened for you as it relates to the University of Colorado just a couple months ago. Share with us.
Well, after 3 decades, I went and finished my degree and got a psychology degree up at CU. So graduated in May, and I'm very excited.
Congratulations. I was so proud of you when I read that, the same type of things that you learned as an athlete, probably perseverance, diligence, finishing what was really important to you. And I just wanted to say congratulations on that as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it, JR.
Yes, of course. Well, thank you for joining us today. I know, there's so many fans that have been coming to the event center and cheering for our women's basketball teams for many, many years. And there's so many that continue to love and appreciate, what you did on the court for Colorado and how great your teams were. So thank you for joining us, and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, JR. And go Buffs.